Okay guys, so yesterday I left a post on the community section talking about diversification. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, and many of you responded saying, hey Ameer, make a video about this. So this is my attempt on educating you. Hopefully this is common sense for a lot of you, but remember, common sense is not common sense unless it's commonly practiced. Now, I've made a lot of mistakes in my past. I mean a lot of mistakes. I'm pretty transparent and open with my history. I've made a lot of money in my past. I burnt it all. I don't have any of it. Because I've never had financial literacy, I never had mentors, I never had anyone to tell me, hey Ameer, here's some common sense, put it over here. C'est la vie, as the French say, that's the past. So what I like to talk to you about is what I'm doing currently, and now there's many different ways of diversification. And what I do want to state is this doesn't matter if you have this much wealth, or if you have this much wealth, or if you have this much income, or this much income. No matter your position in your life, you always have different options. Remember, the first rule of investing is don't lose money. And the second rule is protect your downside. Now, I'm not a professional investor. I'm not a tax specialist. I'm not your fiduciary specialist. I'm nothing. I'm just a guy that likes to do fun things and build amazing businesses to help humanity. But I'll tell you what I do here. And this is specific for Canada right now. My number one favorite way to diversify is the land bank, aka buying real estate, but not any real estate, physically buying land. So my favorite type of real estate would be duplexes and triplexes. The reason B is this. With a duplex or triplex, you get a couple of things over here. You get a cash generating property. See, with a triplex, you rent out 3 different floors. Top floor can pay for your mortgage. Second floor can pay for the 1 to 3% usual maintenance fees on the building. So you never know. Plumbing, electrical, washing machine, furnace, AC, HVAC, etc. So the middle floor handles the payments for maintenance. And the bottom floor, if you're lucky, and hopefully you are, is actually net utility. So you're actually having net return on a month-to-month basis. Whether that is $100, $400, or $500, it really doesn't matter. But what matters is your property is paying for itself, maintenance is paying for itself, and you have a positive return on a month-to-month basis. This is one of the best investments possible. If you look at, historically speaking, the appreciation of land banks versus the inflationary rate of the dollar, it's always a win-win when you have a land bank. They're not building new land, they're always building new condos. That's not to say you can't make money in condos. A lot of my friends make a shit ton of money in condos. That's not my thing. So that's my first form of diversification, is a land bank. Duplexes, triplexes, or even vacant land, whatever you want. That's number one. Number two is, you don't have to physically buy land, you can do a REIT. So it's a real estate investment trust, where it's an openly traded stock, where they invest in different real estate vehicles around the world, or depending on where you are, and you can invest in that. Those are on average returns about 10%, so they're pretty good yield. They're not super high returns, but they're steady returns, and I think REITs are really good on that front. So that's kind of like the real estate front that I do. Next thing they can do is just traditional index funds, right? The Vanguard funds, or many different mutual and index funds out there. If you look at the S&P has been in the longest bull market of all time. I think even Warren Buffett was talking about, he challenged traders and speculators and hedge fund managers to outperform the S&P, and they'll give them like $1 million bonus. None of them succeeded. And I think that offer, no, the offer is off the table. I think it was like 2016 or 15, the bet was closed. But if you look at the S&P, it's a massive bull run. So index funds, mutual funds, Vanguard fund, good solid 10% returns you get on that. Next is you can look at stocks. Now, I'm not crazy into stocks. I have a couple of stocks, the standard ones. I got into Google, Shopify here in Toronto, and Amazon. The reason I got into it is I understand those industries, I understand those businesses. But like any investments, don't go into it if you don't understand it, right? Do your due diligence, do your research. There's a reason why I'm not diversifying more into stocks. I just don't have the time to go into it, but that's something that I understand a little bit. And finally, the creme de la creme is precious metals. Now, precious metals are used more as a hedge against inflationary dollars, against real estate busts, for example, 2008 in the United States, against stock market crashes maybe, right? So gold, silver, standard, always have gold, always have silver, physical is always good. So those are the basic things that I do. Now, there's a million more things you can do. I mean, a million more different things. It's all about what you know and what you understand and your risk profile. Everything that I mentioned It does depend on your income. It does depend on your wealth status. It does depend on your tax systems that you have in your country. Each country is different. Each regulation is different. So my advice is talk to a fiduciary, a financial fiduciary advisor in your area, and get the proper packaging and structure in order. And to wrap things up, if I had to summarize, still my personal favorite is real estate. The reason why I like real estate for everybody is it's something tangible, right? I can physically see it with my eyes. I can physically improve on it, right? I can build a house on it with the duplex and triplexes. I can paint it. I can update it. I can renovate it, and it increases the value of my duplex, triplex. Also, if you don't sell it, increases the value of your rent. So that's my personal favorite for most people, and depending on where you live, you have all these different strategies for acquiring real estate. So there you go. A lot of you guys are asking me about this. The reason why I created this video once again and talked about this is a lot of people have run into crypto wealth. I know many people in the industry who have a lot of crypto wealth, and I don't want to see them burnt. And I highly suggest and I highly implore and recommend them to diversify. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a comment below it. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace. Oh yeah, by the way, you're probably wondering what the red light is. I'll save that for another video, for the biohacking one. Peace.